Good morning. Welcome to lift class. We're going to do upper body work today. We're going to keep it super straightforward and simple. I've actually got a timer set and ready to go for us. So we're going to start with a warm up. All you're going to need for your upper body are medium to heavy weights. I think that's it, medium to heavy weights. So we have a variety of weights to choose from. We're going to work shoulders and back and biceps, and we're going to go through that set of work 3 times through, and then we're going to do our back, chest, and triceps, and we'll go through that set 3 times through, okay? That's it. That's what we're doing today. We're going to lift. We're going to work for 50 seconds and take a 10-second transition or break. So when I say medium to heavy, you're going to have to decide in the middle of your set, do you have the right weight? Because as I thought about it, pushing some really heavy weights for 50 seconds might add up over time, so just make sure that you have like a lighter set nearby if you are starting with heavy weights. And I would say start with your heavier weights, what you think might be your heavier set of dumbbells for the exercise. You can always drop down. Do as many reps as you can with the heavy one, start to fatigue, and then drop down to a lighter weight, okay? Your stance is gonna be feet underneath the hips, slight bend in the knees. You can always take a kickstand, or sorry, like what do I call it? A split stance. I could talk this morning. A split stance with a bend in the knee just to protect the back in any move that we do. You may also sit down on a bench or a chair or something if you feel like your lower back or something's bothering you. Make sure that you're supporting that, okay? Core is always drawn in tight, and we're working the muscle, not the joints. So I'm gonna go ahead and start our timer, and we're gonna go. Hopefully that was enough talking to let you get your weights out. All right, so we're gonna start with, there we go. We're gonna squat down, even though we're not using the legs, and then we're gonna open up the chest. We're just gonna do both, why not, right? Loosen up and get some blood flowing in the body. Squat and open the chest. Squat and open the chest. This is our warm up right here. It's always important to get those muscles loose, as well as the fluid into our joints. Just a couple more right here. From here, we're gonna go ahead and take it into a lunge, and we're gonna open up our chest. You're gonna take your right leg forward, your left leg back. You're gonna hold on to the outside of your thigh, open your chest. And then we're gonna switch and do the other side, okay? You can bend both knees, bend both knees. Mine are still loosening up. I don't know if they're gonna bend very much right now. I'll try. Oh my goodness. All right. Open up, open up. All right, let's go ahead and stand up nice and tall. We're gonna just roll through the shoulders here. We're doing a little bit of shoulder work. You're gonna come up to a Y position, a T position, and then elbows pull in, make me a W, okay? So just working through the shoulders, Y, T, W, Y, T, W, okay? Just raising, using our own body weights to roll through and wake up that joint. If you're looking for more exercises for lifting, you can always, not today, but another day, do this with light weights. You'll work your shoulders. All right, from here, we're just gonna take a windmill with our elbows out wide, take an arm down, and twist up. Come back to center, another arm comes down, right, open that chest. Okay, let's do that again, other side, the beginning side. Now this time, let's go ahead and take the elbow under the armpit, and then open. Under the armpit, and then open. So we're just kind of twisting through that back, opening everything up. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Let's just stay in a fold and come under the armpit and open, under the armpit and open, under the armpit and open. Okay, roll it on up. hands by the ears again. Let's go ahead and just take a slow forward stretch, then lift, okay? Slow forward stretch, and then lift. All right, this time squat it. Take that bottom back out behind you as you straighten the legs, and then lift, okay? Drop down, straighten the legs, do fold forward and then lift, okay? Which variation do you want to do? You can choose now, okay? Do you want to just kind of roll through, or do you want to add in the legs? All right, let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start with shoulder presses. So we're going to come into a neutral grip. We're just going to come straight up, overhead, for 50 seconds. Then we're going to go into a bent over row, nice and tight to the body for 50 seconds. So basically you're going from here to here, okay? But not together, not a combo, each separate, okay? Then we're going to go into a bicep curl. So think about what weights you need for each of those, and we're going to go ahead and begin. All right. Get ready for set one. Are you ready for set one? All right, timer is ready. Go ahead and rack those weights. I'm going to grab my heavier ones, that's okay. We'll stick with these right now. And we press. And we press. So we are starting now. Shoulder press, core tight. So here's an exercise if you have any lower back issues. You definitely want to split stance the legs. And you may also do this seated on a chair or a bench. A weight bench, okay? Using the tops of your shoulders to lead the weights up. I don't want you to crunch through that joint. There's a difference, okay? I want you to feel like you're reaching up and out of the arms and squeezing that shoulder muscle at the top. You've got 7 seconds. That's a good amount of work right there, right? All right, we're going to come into a bent over row. So you're going to bend at the hips, bend at the knees, just a little bend at the knees, but big bend at the hips, weight straight down for your shoulders. And we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. I want you to think about the blades squeezing, the back doing the work, not their elbows or your biceps, your back. Okay, if you haven't started, start now. So that muscle below my shoulder attached to my shoulder blade, that's what I'm trying to work right there. So I need to squeeze those muscles, I need to lift those muscles and work them, okay? The elbow raise is our way to get there. Keep going, you've got 9 seconds. We're gonna do bicep curls next. Good job, good job. Okay, so bicep curls are next, just regular curls. Elbows tucked into your side. We'll go palms up, and you're just gonna take that weight to your shoulder, and then lower it. Ready, set, begin. Adjust your stance as needed. So if you find that you're starting to swing your weights, swinging weights, put that foot back behind you, get a really solid stance, pin your elbows into your side, and think about the front of your arm muscle doing the work. Not swinging your swing, just lifting. If you feel like you're swinging, maybe drop down a weight. Go down one increment. All right, we do get a 30-second rest after this one. Then we're repeating it again. Woo. Okay. That nice long set allows you, even with lighter weights, to be feeling this. So if, I know a lot of you don't have the heavy stuff at home, so this is good for you to do because of the nice long set that we've got, okay? We're going at it again. We're going to do shoulder press. We're going to stay in that neutral pressing position, and I want you to be feeling it right here on the top of that muscle, okay? No strain, just muscle work, okay? Go ahead and rack them and press them overhead. Your biceps are right next to your ears at the top of the move. But your shoulders are down and depressed away from your ears, okay? The weights are slightly ahead of your forehead. So when I look up With my eye gaze, I can see the weights, okay? Something you do not want to do is to press them way overhead that you're arching back, okay? You want them slightly ahead of you, right there, okay? How's that weight feeling? Good? Starting to feel heavy? I'm glad I didn't go with my heavy weights. This is perfect. I'm feeling these. Love working the shoulders. They're a great muscle group to work. All right, coming back into our bent over row, okay? These bent over rows help with your posture, so think about pulling those shoulder blades together in the back, right? Ready, set, begin. I'm gonna have you stick out your chest, okay? A lot of times people round over and they start rowing like this and it's just all arms. I need you to stick out your chest. Try to get those shoulder blades together at the top. Squeeze. Squeeze. My elbows rise above the rib cage. My weights come right about where the rib cage and the hip, right in between there. Do you see that spot in your body? Okay? So we don't want to be pulling them back here by your hips. We don't want to be pulling them up here by your chest. Right in between. 5 seconds. All right, it's like pinching a pencil in your spine, right? Like right in the midline of your spine. Okay, next up, bicep curls again. We're going regular curls. Are you breathing a little bit here? Whatever weight you have, go ahead and begin. Making you breathe a little bit faster, right? Core tight. You can take a little pelvic tilt forward. Squeeze your abdominals. Hold yourself strong and steady as your elbows are pinned into your side. And you lift, curl, hold, and then lower, right? Just a little slow movement here. Working that muscle. Exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down. 4, 3, 2, 1, break. Okay, one more set of all of it, okay? Stretch out if you need to. Roll up the shoulders if you need to, okay? Woo. And then we're going right back at it. Oh, get those morning stretches. Good morning, guys. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, coming back to shoulder press, so get ready, get set, rack those weights. 3, 2, 1, last set of your shoulders right here, okay? So make them work, make them count. This workout you can do anytime, you just have to click on this link, okay? So if you like this workout, when it's all said and done, write it down somewhere in your favorite workout journal. This one's just a quick one, and it's very basic, straightforward. Many of you like basic, straightforward. And it works all of the muscles of the upper body, so that's always a plus. This first set, we've got biceps, back, and shoulders. Our second set, we're gonna work the back again. We're gonna work the chest and the triceps. You've got 8 seconds. Woo, and done. 10 seconds to bend over rows. A little bend at the knee, so soft knee, big bend at the hips. Go ahead and stick your chest out to the ground. Weight straight down, and now squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take those wings and pull them together in the back, okay? This is our third try to get it right. So think about, there's a pencil right there on your spine. Squeeze and pinch it. Squeeze and pinch it. There's only one way to develop these back muscles, and it's to work them, okay? So if you're not feeling it, I hope you are. I want you to continuously think, squeeze. It's not just about chicken wings rising up above your rib cage, it's about that squeeze in the back. The more you lift, the more you become aware of your muscles. Last one right here. We're going into bicep curls. Rest. 5 seconds. Get yourself in position, ready, set, begin. Keep yourself steady, keep yourself stable, okay? More tight, elbows pinned in. Third set, you should be feeling this. If you are struggling, drop down in a weight. So if you have 8s, grab 5s. If you have 5s, grab 3s. If you have 3s, grab the air. 10 seconds right here. Last one. All right, we're coming to a bent over fly next. So similar to what we did with the bent over row with our body, except this time you're going to fly and squeeze the shoulder blades together, okay? So you might want to adjust your weight, pick a very light one, or use the air gravity for that. We're going to come down to the mat and just do the same thing, except this time we're going to do it as a chest fly, laying down on the ground. Then we're going to go into a laying on the ground tricep press. So palms are faced in and we're using the triceps to work the arms, okay? All right, here we go. Get ready for set 2. Let's see what happened there. Okay. Why is there so much time? Let's do our bent over fly. Ready, set, begin. Knees bent, big bend at the hips. Let the weight straight down from the shoulders. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. You can have a slight bend in the elbow. Okay. Whatever it takes to squeeze those back muscles again, okay? It's perfectly fine to have nothing and squeeze and lower. Nothing and squeeze and lower. After doing our bent over rows, if you used a good weight, you should be fatigued and these should be hard. Okay? We're really focusing on that back. I'm feeling this with nothing. It still works, okay? Okay, coming down to the ground, we're going to do the same thing we just did, except to the front of our body, okay? So you're going to take your weights, lay down. You're going to press the weights straight up over your chest. And we're going to come out and together. Try not to clank those weights. Out and together. You let your arms barely graze the ground, slight bend in the elbow. If you're feeling a pull in your shoulder, I want you to make sure, 1, your weights are over the midline of your chest, not over your nose or chin. 2, bend your elbow a little bit more. And then 3, squeeze your chest muscles, okay? So if you think about the chest, not the shoulder, that should help you focus on the correct muscle. Time. Okay, you have 10 seconds. So go ahead and just turn your knuckles towards your nose and your elbows in towards your sides, okay? So we're gonna have our elbows in tight. Go ahead and push your weights up straight, come back down. Push your weights up, come back down. Straight up, elbows close to the rib cage. So our elbows are close to our rib cage just like they were when we did bicep curls, just like we did when we did a row, okay? This time we are pressing using the back of our arms and then lowering down, controlling it with the back of our arms, that tricep, okay? We've got a little bit of the chest involved here too. Go ahead and draw your belly button towards your spine. That might just be tilting your pelvic towards your chin a little bit, okay? Lower your lower back to the floor and press and lower. Press and lower. We're almost there. We're going to repeat the set again. And time. Good job, good job. Okay, so did you use the same weight for your fly as you did with your chest and your tricep press? I tend to use a little bit of a heavier weight for the chest and triceps. We got 30 seconds to get ourselves back up and to do it all again. We're going to the back fly again. So bent over, squeezing those shoulder blades together with or without your weights. I'm going to lighten up just a little bit here. Ready, set, begin. Fly for me. Really squeeze at the top, okay? You have a lighter set of weights like this, you can really hold and squeeze, okay? And if you have a little bit of a heavier set, it's gonna be maybe a shorter squeeze, but I do want you to take a little second hold at the top. Weights come down directly underneath those shoulders when you're in neutral position, okay? Squeeze, long neck, long spine, long tailbone, right? Got 5 seconds. Come all the way down to the floor. Let's go into our chest fly. Weights come straight up over the chest. Go ahead and open and squeeze. Open and squeeze. Drop that lower back to the floor, so it just means tilt your hips up. It's a pelvic tilt, so just think about your hips rolling towards your chin, okay? That's what I mean. Weights over the midline, right over the chest. Squeeze at the top. Nice long sets for you to really feel that chest muscle at work. So remember when we did our back row, I said pinch the pencil on chest fly. You're gonna pinch the pencil right between your chest muscles, okay? Squeeze. Squeeze that pencil, okay? And done. Okay, elbows come into the sides. Knuckles face your nose. Tilt that pelvic so that you've got your lower back on the floor. Go ahead and press and lower. Press and lower. You should feel the back of your arm the most, okay? I know you're gonna feel other muscles. They are helping and assisting. But you want you to feel that tricep muscle the most. Press and lower. Squeeze and lower. If your weights angle out slightly, like my wrists make almost like a very wide V shape when I press up, that's just my joints and the way they rotate, that's okay. Okay, what I want you to try to do though is keep those knuckles to your nose. And time, good job. That was it, that was 3. Let's go back to the top. Let's do our back fly and go through everything one more time. And then we are done for today. This is your lift session, okay? So back to bent over flies. You got about 10 seconds. Transition here. Feet underneath the hips, little bend at the knees, big bend at the hips, chest to the floor, weight straight down from the shoulders. Ready, set, begin. Squeeze the blades. Squeeze the blades. This is one of my favorite exercises. I love to work the back. Helps with posture, helps hold us up straight. That when we're walking, we're not so hunched over. Hopefully we start to become more like this, right? Especially now, sitting in a chair or hunched over a desk, oftentimes we're starting to round out our shoulders and round out our back. So let's get that posture back into place, work those muscles. You've got 15 seconds here. It's starting to get tough. How are you feeling over there? Good? Do as many reps as you can to the end. You got 5 seconds. Woo-hoo. All right, coming down for chest fly. Last set of these, straight arms over the chest. Go ahead and open and close. Think about hugging a big tree. Slight bend in those elbows, let the arms hover at the bottom, and then squeeze at the top. Nice and controlled. Listen, when I hear you clanking your weights, when I hear you go like this, I know 2 things. 1, the weight's probably not heavy enough. And 2, you're not controlling and slowing it down, okay? Slow, slow, slow. Up, up, up. Got it? And I will tell you that if you have lighter weights and you think you're going to keep working out, I hope you keep thinking about it. Or if you've been showing up to class every week, it's time to invest in some weights if you can find them, okay? Places to find weights, dumbbells. All right, go ahead and press. Walmart is where I've gotten many of mine, but I know that they might be out. Our grocery store, like the superstores like Meijer or Target, they have weights. It's hit or miss, but they do have them. I've seen 10 pounds at Meijer recently. I've seen weights at TJ Maxx. I've seen weights at Sierra Trading Company, so anything like Marshall's, those places, they have dumbbells. They are worth the investment, but obviously you set yourself a budget of what you can spend on them. Rule of thumb usually is about $1 per pound, okay? So a 10-pound set of weights should be around $10, maybe 12 for a single weight, okay? So a pair would be like 20 to 24. All right, you guys, that was it. Let's go ahead and stretch it on out. So let's come down to a T position. Oh, Play It Again Sports is another place that has them, okay? Go ahead and bend one arm, walk the fingertips up slightly, and then push your elbow into the ground as you push your hand into the ground, twist open just a little bit, open up the chest, over the shoulder. Play It Again Sports is usually a little bit more pricey when it comes to weights. It's probably closer to what you would pay online for weights. Let's switch into the other arm. So you basically just have a goal post, arm right there, push your elbow into the ground and open up. There we go. And unfortunately, I think I saw it. So Meijer usually, I think I did like 1 pound weights and they were like $1.20. I think the price went up to like $1.60. So then I was like, oh, inflation. They're probably, because they're in such high demand, they're going up in price. What the heck? All right, let's go ahead and stand all the way up, take that arm overhead, and open up the tricep. Good work today. Whew. So are you burning as many calories right now in the moment as when you're doing cardio? Or is your heart rate up as high as it is when you're doing cardio or when we're moving through lower body weight sections? No, it's not. But your body needs to repair and rebuild now. If you went heavy and you felt fatigued by the end, you're shredding your muscle. You're taking it and shredding it up so that it needs to rebuild again. So as warm as it is now going to repair all the little tears that you just made in it, and it's going to come back stronger and harder. That's what weightlifting does for your body. It helps with bone density. It helps with so many things, especially as we age. Muscle will burn fat. It needs to use up that energy to rebuild. So even though right now you're not feeling it, you will continue to burn all day. So if you're extra hungry today, try to keep it in check. Just drink a ton of water. And you guys have a good day. I will see you back here for boot camp tomorrow. Bye.